Howdy folks, Spencer here with a quick news update. First up, console players currently have a bonus to Lithium event live, which is running until July 27th at noon Pacific. This event consists of 3 parts. The first is your standard 50% bonus to Lithium from various activities in the game, standard exclusions apply. Second is a 20% sale on the ships that cost a Lithium over at the shipyard vendor, and if you're looking for any recommendations as to which of those ships are actually worth going for, I do have a video going over that, which I'll have linked down below. And the third is a return of all the Dilithium Vanity shields to the Dil store for a limited time, and if you need any visual examples, I have a video going over some of them, but Max1701's channel has a bunch of different videos showing these Vanity shields on a wide range of ships. Links to everything will be down below. Next up, as many of you know, there was an update yesterday on PC that brought the Pavin Space Set, Trifluoride Maelstrom Torpedo, and Rex Pilot Escort to the MUDs market. These additions also brought with them a 75% sale for all non-bundle items in the MUDs market on PC until July 29th at noon Pacific. If you'd like to see a full breakdown on the new items added in, I have a separate video that goes over all of them in great detail. I'll have that link down below if you haven't already seen it. But that video was released prior to us having the specific pricing information, and the pricing of the Pavin Space Set specifically has certainly garnered some attention. Coming in at just shy of $40 after the 75% discount, that is rather pricey for an event campaign reward item, which we typically see go for between 2,000 to 3,000 Zen during a 75% sale. I have seen some assuming that this is the developers trying to squeeze more money out of folks because they know how high demand the Pavin Omni is. However, based on looking at some other recent additions to the MUDs market, it seems that this is just following a trend of them increasing the price of event sets over time. Both the Crystal Harmonics and Adaptation sets came in at this higher price point, though those were from season or content release events where they did have a much higher buyout cost at 6,000 Zen, well over the, I believe, 2,500 Zen buyout the Pavin had. So those being more expensive was really not that surprising, but the Pavin joining in at that price point shows that, moving forward, all future sets are going to be at or above that price point. Ultimately, just as with everything else in this game, the pricing is simply atrocious. Yes, the Pavin Omni is the best set Omni in the entire game, but you're not going to get $40 of entertainment value from it compared to what you could get out of $40 over on Steam, Epic, Fanatical, or so on. You know, for $40 over on Steam right now, you know, that could pick you up some pretty amazing games. I mean, Red Dead Redemption 2's $15, Helldivers $40, Warhammer 40k Space Marine 2, that is an amazing game if you haven't played it. But even that, you know, that's cheaper than this Pavin Space Set. So, you know, at the end of the day, it's your money. You're the one deciding if this is worth it for you. But these set price increases are terrible, and I am not happy to see it's expanded to the event campaign sets as well. And lastly, some of you were wondering what my stream on July 29th is for. I was being a bit cryptic there with the name and, of course, the big yellow question mark. But basically, I'm betting on there being some events and maybe a new ship added in that day. It's not guaranteed, just an educated guess on my part. We already know that the devs are targeting July 29th for a console update to add the Permillion and likely the Heart of the Matter update in over there. That's right on the Permillion blog. And it wouldn't surprise me at all if at the exact same time, those of us on PC see the next part of the event campaign drop as well. We have seen the summer and winter events overlap event campaign events by a few days, so doubling up as the summer event ends to keep people engaged with the next event is nothing new. And for PC, we also haven't had a lockbox or promo ship since early June, so we're certainly due for one, and if there is an event starting up next Tuesday on PC, which again is not guaranteed, that's just a guess on my part, then I would assume that we'd also be getting a new promo or lockbox ship that day as well. Now, as for what the ship could be, I did recently cover some of the upcoming ships that we know about, such as the Voth Dread that Borticus leaked, but that is still in development, so release this month doesn't really line up. That leaves the Atlas II or possibly another ship from Season 5 of Star Trek Discovery as being the most likely, and given we just had a bunch of Fed ships in the bundle, I could see them finishing the month off with the Atlas II. But personally, I'm still really holding out hope that we see the Big Green Dread from Star Trek Discovery. That is an enormous ship with hangars, powerful weaponry, and just looks like it'd be fun for my immersion. But to close this all out, I could be wrong on multiple fronts here. There could end up being nothing next week, and I just do a random stream. We'll find out soon enough. If I'm right, blogs should start to appear later this week for the next event campaign event and some of the stuff appearing on console. And for market players, regardless of what the ship does end up being, it'd probably be a good idea to hop onto your market characters and just liquidate some assets. If you have any ship boxes, just hold off on opening them, but make sure you have a bit of EC, because with us being about 2 months out from the last gamble ship, there's going to be a pretty large injection of activity on the market regardless of what the ship ends up being. So just be prepared. But that is it for today. Thank you to all channel members and viewers for the continued support. See you guys around.